NDA says we've been proven right. Congress party is wrong. Congress says if anybody's been proven wrong, it's the BJP. We were only following them. TSR Subramaniam, my first question is to you. Welcome Suresh Prabhu, former Power Minister, GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP and Ami Agnik of the Congress. Mr. Subramaniam, former Cabinet Secretary, first question to you. Has this Supreme Court judgment proven that all of them are wrong? And both the Congress and the BJP are indirectly part of the coal scam, or Coalgate, as we call it.
I think we have to see this judgment, Arnab, in perspective. I think the court has said that all allotments from 1993 are illegal. By definition, the Supreme Court is correct.
Yeah.
It also has traced the illegality to the acts of 1948 and the acts of 1973. Now, normally, this illegality would not have surfaced but for the CAG report, but for the way Times Now, I remember that particular day when it discussed right here.
Yes.
It was taken up in a huge way at that time, and also the PAL that came. Now, any normal illegality without any mens rea, without any negative intentions, normally would have been settled through a retrospective act to regularize. It could have happened. Unfortunately, what happened in the last 7-8 years, 03, 04 to 09, the crony capitalism, don't forget, premium came only in 2003, 2004, exactly like in the 2G case. All the allocations of the 90s were to specific companies. They were not multiple applicants, unlike later stages when 50, 60 people applied for the same block. It was to one person each, to a company which was existing. By and large, I don't want to be definitive about it, you can't attribute motives at that particular point of time. It was the time of the fast track courts, time of the coal linkage. They were given to private companies, legally or illegally it was given. So the mens rea is very important. Actually, the huge huge bonuses, the huge selectivity, the windfall profits, all of them came in the last 100 allotments after Parakh had pointed out illegality. Parakh had seen the amount of premium which had come. So I see a huge qualitative difference.
No, but you can't argue saying
before 2003.
But you can't argue saying you gave more blocks, I gave less blocks, you were little worse, I was little better. It's
I'm
like
not saying
no. I'm not saying you're saying. You've been one of the crusaders in this. But it's like saying that, I made little money, you made a lot of money. You know what I mean, GVL Narasimha Rao. You're all the same, aren't you? 33 coal blocks allocated during the NDA government, and let the Congress party not think they will get away. Between 1998 and 2004,
no.
146 between 2006 and 2010 when UPA was in power. All of them have been declared illegal by the Supreme Court. Now, you can trade allegations of the illegality of the coal block allotments, but the findings of the Supreme Court expose that both of you are on the same page, Mr. Rao. Both of you are on the same page, both you and the Congress.
The judgment. No, absolutely not. I think the court itself, in the order, in the judgment, makes a clear distinction. I think pre-2004, I think the court divides all the allotments into 3 or 4 periods. And in the pre-2004 allotment, every allotment has been done based on merit, based on examination.
Don't give me a subjective view.
And a case-by-case evaluation. No, this is the court's verdict. This is not, I don't think you can really comment on it.
The court has ruled all allocations. The court has ruled all allocations from 1993 onwards, effectively including the NDA regime, to be illegal. Don't you know that?
But there is no mala fide. It is the UPA term allocation. I think the allocations are considered to be mala fide.
Look at the specifics. Haven't you seen the judgment?
You will realize.
Haven't you seen the judgment?
I have seen all the judgments.
No, one second. Suresh Prabhu.
I have it in front of me.
Suresh Prabhu, will you please want to...
I have the judgment.
Suresh Prabhu, do you want to correct the BJP spokesman?
From the judgment.
One second. Suresh Prabhu can correct you.
No, I want to read from the excerpt.
You can read later. Suresh Prabhu will correct you because he may be from the NDA, but he is objective in this manner. I hope so. He will correct
No,
you
but
now.
let's read from the judgment.
He will correct. Yes, we can read from the
let's not
judgment.
give our own
One second,
verdict.
Suresh Prabhu, would you like to correct the BJP spokesperson, who feels that there is nothing wrong in the Supreme Court judgment, that the court has said nothing wrong happened in the NDA tenure?
Absolutely, I think that's a fact.
Let
this is
Suresh Prabhu
basically-
correct you.
No, why don't you
No,
read
the
from
court-
the judgment if you have any portions that really indict
The-
I want Suresh Prabhu to correct you.
No, see, the Honorable Supreme Court judgment is very clear. It talks about a period in which the complete norms that were decided by the screening committee, which are not followed, and therefore the Supreme Court has clearly talked about a period. The Supreme Court is not talking about India or UPA. Supreme Court is talking about clearly about a period in which there was the complete collapse of system in terms of the scrutiny that was
Does
supposed
that
to be made.
include the
And therefore,
Vajpayee regime?
It's a very clear.
Does that include the Vajpayee regime?
No, actually, to best of my knowledge, no.
No, that's where you are wrong. That's where you are wrong. Sorry, Suresh Prabhu, you are wrong. It says from the 1st to the 21st meeting, July 14, 2003 to August 3rd, 2003. And it says that in this period, the screening committee kept on varying the guidelines from meeting to meeting. It failed to adhere to any transparent system. You haven't read the judgment, Mr. Rao?
No, I have the judgment. It talks about, it clearly spells out that during the NDA
What are you
period,
talking about?
whatever allotments have been done, they have been done based on an evaluation, and all the records are available in the way of minutes of the meetings. It was during the UPA term. There are no record of minutes of the meeting. There is no evaluation of different
Mr. Narasimha Rao, you're wrong. Narasimha Rao, you're wrong. Mr. Narasimha Rao, you're wrong. I correct you now. It is said from the Supreme Court judgment.
If you have a judgment, Arnab, if you have a copy of the judgment, I draw your attention to the page 57.
You have a copy of the judgment? You have a copy of the judgment? You have a copy of the judgment? I draw your attention.
Yes, I do.
I draw your attention to the specifics of what the Supreme Court said about allocations during your tenure. Specifically, I'd like to draw your judgment to what it says about the 1st to the 21st meeting and what it says about the following. I'm now reading, and correct me if I'm wrong. And if you are wrong, you must admit it. It says certain blocks with coal reserves on the higher side were recommended to the companies with lower requirement. There were no steps or measures taken to prevent possible misuse of end-use project of private companies. For example, MS Prakash Industries, being a BIFR company, was denied a coal block earlier. However, the screening committee recommended Chotia 1 and 2 coal blocks to MS Prakash Industries Limited in 2003. For its proposed expansion project of the 0.4 MTPA sponge iron, though the company was having capacity of only 0.3 MTPA. Now I ask you, who was in power in 2003? Come on, tell me.
No, obviously.
No, what is no?
But
You can say that you are wrong.
Guidelines that were followed. There were specific guidelines that were followed.
But the Supreme Court doesn't think so. Who are you to say that? Supreme Court doesn't say so. Who are you to say that?
I'm saying that the Supreme Court judgment clearly spells out that in the UPA term, it was the allocation was made to shady companies.
143, page number 143. Sir, read before you speak. Page number 143.
No. Look at the picture.
Page number 143.
Look at the picture. I think the very clear motive is clear. I'm drawing your attention to a picture of somebody investigated in the coal scam being received by a state dignitary by none less than the Congress president.
Ami Agnik.
By the advisor to the political advisor to the Congress president.
Ami Agnik thinks she's got away. Ami Agnik feels today that with the focus on the BJP, she has got away. Ami Agnik, should your Prime Minister come and take responsibility? Because, you have just been totally... I saw that. Ami Agnik, the Supreme Court judgment has completely exposed your UPA 1 and 2 governments. Thoroughly. At least today, I just want you to begin by saying, we carried out one of the biggest scams in the country called the coal scam. Just say that, please, before you begin. I want to hear you say that.
I think by using the words scam and gate and putting all these suffixes, I think we are doing a little
No,
kind
what should
of
I say? Should I call it coal curry?
Juggling between words.
Should I call it coal
Well,
curry?
No, you may call what you may Arnav. Let us keep the debate to the legalities of the matter. We may not go into all this legal the jargon of words.
Okay.
I am just saying that the Supreme Court has given a very lengthy and a very direct,
I know all that. Come to the point
judgment.
now. Come to the
Of
point.
course,
Please
it
don't
is
waste
saying
time. Come to the
very
point.
clearly-
No, come.
very
You said
clearly-
legal. We'll have a
very-
legal debate. Come to the point.
Very clearly that the procedures were not followed in the way they should have been followed, and so all the blocks which are
Do you think?
decided were
Do you
illegally
think?
decided
Do
by
you
the
think?
Supreme Court and
Do you
said.
think a
Now,
man
if you
called V.
want to-
Narayan Swamy, 1 second, who is a supremely arrogant Congress politician from Pondicherry, right, who was then in the Prime Minister's office, lied when he said that allocations were done in a transparent manner, because I can read out the number of times that you said that the screening committee was effective and transparent. You want to contrast that with what the Supreme Court has said? What does the Supreme Court say? What does the Supreme Court say?
I think no one in this country can comment on the conclusions and the verdict of
Sure, so you
honorable
accept it.
apex
So does the
court.
Supreme
So
Court
you may
say?
not start a
Then does the
coordinate-
Supreme
you
Court
may not
say?
start a coordinate
Does the
venture on
Supreme
the
Court
media.
say?
I am
Answer the
just
question.
pointing out
Answer
that
the question.
that the honorable
Answer the question.